Yeah.
Get it, Gog.
See, we were playing a song earlier that had like a feel to it of like a news segment or something that Gog had come up with. If you still have it, you know, you might could play it again for those who are just watching this on
a tiny
YouTube
little
or
taste.
whatever.
I'll give a tiny taster.
Yeah, so
I could see Batman doing some stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah, like this. Keep this. Hold it for right now. Just pause it. I'll tell you when to play it.
Okay. I'll start it.
I've got an idea now because when we were putting together the opening kind of theme music, I was wanting something a little more fun. You know,
we were gonna do "You All Everybody" from Lost, but we were not able to retain the rights to that, unfortunately.
If you don't know what that song is, then you haven't been listening to our
should
podcast.
go ahead and tune out.
And if you want to know what that is, go watch Lost.
Yeah, there's a bunch of seasons of it, and it's fantastic. It's
pretty good.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Last Man on Earth just made a reference to Lost on one of their newest episodes.
what did they say?
Have you kept up with?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's when his brother comes back, right?
Right.
And he's sitting there telling like everybody about this thing that had happened to him. He's basically just explaining the plot of Lost.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, no, I'm just messing with you guys.
I didn't even catch that part of it.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch it again.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. The other day, it's Sunday. It's Sunday night while we're taping this.
Sunday.
The other day we were, the other day it was 420.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know, what y'all do to celebrate 420.
Hitler's birthday?
Ugh. Ugh. Never mind.
Ruined it.
Hey.
But a lot of people do like to celebrate with a little bit of the weeds.
You know, it's starting to get legalized around the country.
The marijuana?
Yeah.
It's not as controversial of a subject matter that it previously has been.
And, I honestly, it's not. And a lot of people still can't talk about whether they do it or not, like out in public. But, there's a lot of people that do it at home while they're watching movies and stuff.
Michael J. Fox is one of them.
Does he?
Yeah.
Keeps his jitters under control.
Yep.
Does it?
Yeah,
I was wondering about that.
Absolutely.
CBD right now is legal and popping up all over Oklahoma City, those shops and stuff. So if you want to sponsor us,
it's a cool big deal. Get it? CBD, cool big deal.
Oh yeah, cool big deal.
Stupid. I'm on a fucking.
We got some more people joining in.
What'd you just say?
Hey, we got some more people joining in. Hey, over here with that mess.
I like it. It's not What were you saying, Cameo?
No, I said we got some more people that joined in. Well, just one. Lindsay. What's up, Lindsay?
Hello. What's up, Lindsay? But I did get to go see Super Troopers, which came out on 420. I kind of went into it thinking it wasn't going to be very good.
Well, yeah, that's the expectation to have. I think it's safe.
Yeah, I mean, I really liked the first Super Troopers, but I just didn't know because when these movies, a lot of those movies will try to just recreate what made them good the first time, and then it's not
like
as
Zoolander,
funny the second time.
Zoolander 2.
Yeah,
it had its moments, but overall not a great film.
This movie, there was kind of some of the same gags and stuff, but it was funny. It was just a lot of those movies will try to just
sorry. This is my
all the way
first time
down
computering.
There you go. Hey, it's live. That's the great thing about doing it live now.
I was trying to share. I was trying to actually do something good here. And
You're
I muffed
fine.
it up.
You're fine.
But Chris Chip says Michael J. Fox is awful at Jenga.
So wrong. It's so messed up.
See, this is Chip.
I heard he was getting a job at a paint can store.
Oh no.
No, he ain't lying.
No, stop. Stop.
It's wrong, but funny. But that's a lot of Super Troopers humor too. It's wrong but funny at times. And I genuinely laughed out loud.
Was it worth a watch? Is it worth like going to check it out maybe on like discount day at the theater? Or?
Hey, any day I think is good.
Okay.
It's one of those things. I'm glad I saw it in a theater with people who were laughing because you can go to a movie that's funny, and I think I went and saw one of the Hangover movies twice. For whatever reason. But the first time I saw it, I remember thinking it was hilarious. No. It was Horrible Bosses. And I still think Horrible Bosses is funny. Yeah. I really do. But I saw it twice in the theaters. And the first time, the crowd was laughing. Everybody thought it was hilarious. The second time, no one was really laughing. And you could feel the difference in how you perceive the movie. But everybody was laughing at the one I went to.
Have you been to a movie that you're not supposed to laugh at, but you find things
Yeah.
funny and you laugh at them?
All the time.
Yep.
And you don't want to laugh because of whoever's sitting with you, or it just, you know, it's not even supposed to be funny, I guess. But yeah, it's always bad when you're the only one laughing.
Yeah. There were some parts when we went and saw the remake of It. There were some parts that I cracked up at that nobody else laughed at.
Nice.
I don't remember specifically what it was, but yeah.
Christian Cox says, Redbox for Super Troopers. It was bad to me, man. Wasn't even funny at all to me. So, you know.
That's fair.
I mean, comedy is subjective like that.
Absolutely.
You know?
Well, there's been numerous times I've seen movies where I wasn't in the right mood.
Mm-hmm.
A great example of that is the Land of the Lost movie with Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
First time I saw it, I was like, this movie is absolute garbage. It is now one of my favorite comedies ever of all time.
Yeah, there's a few movies like that. And like I say, I went into the movie thinking this was not going to be all that great.
Right.
That's how I was with Napoleon Dynamite. First time I saw that, I was like, man, what is the appeal to this? And then I watched it like 2-3 times later, and then it was just like,
okay,
wow, this is pretty funny.
Yeah, I was the same way with that movie too.
So Super Troopers kind of falls into that stoner comedy, you know.
Yeah.
It's not really because like we kind of made a list of the top 5 of our stoner comedy movies, and Super Troopers didn't even make it on the list. It's just one of those things that I think maybe Christian wasn't high. I mean, maybe. And so, but it's not technically. I don't know if I would say it was a stoner comedy because it doesn't. There was some scenes where
some references.
Yeah. So here's our top 5 stoner comedies. We'll go with number.
I feel like 5. I should play I'm
number
not
5.
Doing a very good job on my DJ.
Oh yeah. Well,
I should have just played the bubbling.
I think if you're going to maybe just cut out of the live feed though. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. that sounded like a monster bong.
Yeah. It was. It's a swamp bong.
Okay, number 5 was How High
with Redman and Method Man.
Yeah. And Redman and Method Man are funny. They're funny guys anyway. But that
they were on Limp Bizkit, Limp Bizkit albums.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, they they used the ashes of a
president.
It was?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was like one of their dead friends or somebody who smoked a lot of weed.
Well, they did that too.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember. But they grew like a plant out of their dead friend's ashes, right? A marijuana plant that was magical, and
they saw him and was talking to him.
Yeah, crazy stuff. But that was funny. At number 4, we have Cheech and Chong. I mean,
like franchise. We're talking franchise.
Yeah, the whole franchise. You can't.
What about Yellowbeard?
Yeah. But yeah, well, I mean, they pioneered kind of the stoner comedy.
Absolutely.
You have to put them on there.
Yeah, they put out a live show not too long ago. I want to say like maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
On Blu-ray?
I watched it on Netflix.
I think I have it on a Blu-ray.
It was pretty funny, though.
Yeah, it was
pretty
good.
funny. And of course, Tommy Chong on a 70s show.
Yeah, he was so great on that 70s show. And Cheech, I mean, he's done a lot of like dramatic acting and a lot of stuff.
I feel like
Stayed out of prison as opposed to.
I feel like he's
Tommy
been
Chong.
on. Hasn't he been on like like not CSI, but
something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah, where he was a detective
one
or
of the
something.
Law and Orders.
Yeah.
One of the many.
He was also in
spin-offs they have.
Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Oh yeah.
Robert Rodriguez.
Well, what was the movie? The vampire movie.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He had
quite a raunchy scene in that.
Yeah,
one.
he had a great scene in that one.
Repeat those words.
If you did,
save it for later.
See?
Whoa, language. Nasty.
He was talking about cats. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Kitty cats.
Number 3, we got the Harold and Kumar franchise. You wouldn't have Harold and Kumar without Cheech and Chong.
Right.
That's
but
true.
It all started off with Harold and Kumar go to White Castle.
Yep.
And all of them
Very
I
funny.
thought were...
Very
well, you
funny.
got Neil Patrick Harris stealing the show.
And I think those movies, revitalized his career because it wasn't... I mean, didn't those movies come out, the first one before How I Met Your Mother?
I don't think so.
Or right around the same time?
I want to say it was after.
I want to say it's after because I want to say that they based his character in the movies off of his character from the show.
Yeah.
Because he's Barney Stinson, right?
Right. Yeah, I couldn't. I don't remember because I started watching that show after it had already been on for probably 4 or 5 seasons. So I wasn't sure if but I remember in the pop culture anyway, Harold and Kumar really kind of brought him back into
It made him more of an icon.
Which Super Troopers do that right now with a guy who's pretty funny, but I don't know if I can if I should tell you
Rob
guys.
Lowe?
He's in it too.
Will Sasso's in it.
Fred Savage.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Okay.
Fine.
Number 2 is probably one of the best stoner comedies in my mind. It's almost a tie between it and number 1, but Pineapple Express.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
That was
so good.
That was good.
Danny McBride's character in that movie was so good.
I used to use this little gun when I was a prostitute.
Yeah.
You have to know that like some of those lines are just them filming and like, hey, dude,
improv,
like, just riff it, you know.
Right.
And I really I love that kind of stuff. I love it when actors have kind of freedom to riff.
Yeah, Pineapple Express was a great stoner comedy, and one that I don't even people don't even have to smoke weed to like that movie.
No,
because none of us smoke weed, right, Gog?
I'm a good boy. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked because
you're high.
Yeah,
because he got high. Because he got high. Because he got high.
I was thinking they were going to make a show called How I Met Your Dad or How I Met Your Father.
Oh yeah,
it was supposed to be like a spinoff, but I guess it never happened. I don't know.
Well, that's
completely irrelevant.
And then we got number 1,
which is.
Do you want to play your bong music sound or is that?
Sure. Or I could do like a. Oh no, I've done the wrong thing here. I'm a terrible DJ.
Gog the DJ. That's why most of those. I think they just. Yeah, there you go. That was the worst number 1 drum roll. All right, here it is. Half Baked. Half Baked,
Yes.
Dave Chappelle.
I think I'm immediately fired from the role of DJ.
Yeah, you kind of are, I think. Which
we didn't practice this, guys, so
No,
I apologize. I'm
It-
actually much better at music than it seems that I am.
This kind of puts it's going to put a dent in some of our upcoming segments, but that's okay.
Yeah.
There it is. That's a trippy bong sound. With
Like
the
an alien. It's like
It's an
alien
intro
bong.
to a song I'm working on called Disco Lab.
Nice. All right, Half Baked number 1. Like
Yeah.
I say,
Iconic.
that movie.
Got on the couch.
It has so many lines in that movie that are hilarious that you can throw out at different times that are just classic. I love that movie.
Yeah.
Christian says we're not throwing the first scary movie in the top 5. That was pretty. I mean,
I don't know. I mean, like the style of humor, I guess, would fall
Yeah.
under the category of
I
stoner
did
comedy.
like in Scary Movie 2 though, where
Take my strong hand.
yeah, but basically when Marlon Wayans' character gets smoked by the tree, he gets wrapped in the bed sheet.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
That was pretty
old
funny.
David Cross is like, I can do it myself.
David Cross. I love David Cross.
I do too.
Those were good. I just wouldn't have considered them.
Yeah, I guess like this. And there's a different. I guess it's a fine line because there's when you think of stoner comedy, you think of marijuana being a part of the content of the film.
Yeah, that kind of spurs the story.
Yeah.
As opposed to a movie that's probably just better high.
Right, which is all movies.
Well. Okay, Gog, it's time for our your redemption here as the DJ.
All right.
It's time for it's become kind of our weekly Gotham. Yeah, see how that fits? Our weekly Gotham talk.
There we go. Gotham talk, brah.
Because all of us watch all the nerd shows, but Gotham seems to be the one that we all watch weekly.
Collectively,
Yeah.
Right.
So,
and it's just now getting good again.
yeah, it is, except for this last episode.
Well, and it wasn't terrible. I mean,
it was a good episode, but
Spoiler alert.
yeah, because Cameo actually hasn't seen
Yeah.
it. But yeah, we'll spoil the hell out of it.
only because Cameo has
That. Yeah, that's Cameo trying to be cool.
Hey, it's me. Prove it. You're a dick.
So if you guys want us to get more efficient at all these tools, just give us throw us some dollars and we'll get better equipment.
Yeah. I mean,
Start a
I don't know if you
Patreon.
can get better than the iPad.
Get the iPad too.
Sponsor us.
Yeah.
Which we do have a sponsor we'll get to here in just a little while. But let's talk about Gotham.
Yeah.
Like I said, the whole Jerome story kept building up, and then this week, no Jerome. So if you're hoping for a Jerome in this week's episode, you're not going to get it. But it wasn't bad. The League of Shadows, that kind of thing, that whole deal came to a head.
Yeah.
They ended up bringing back Ra's al Ghul.
He didn't have no gums, no lips.
Yeah, he was a zombie. Zombie.
What's in your head?
And him and Barbara ended up having to fight it out. And yeah, so that was, I mean, it was a good episode.
Yeah.
It was interesting. We had a little bit more of the Riddler.
Yeah,
And
I think
Lee
it had
Tompkins.
It had some good plot points as far as Ra's al Ghul being like, there's about to be this huge event, this cataclysmic event. So it's setting it up for essentially, I think, the final 3 episodes.
But you did read that Jerome was going to be back for all those.
Yes, that's the big.
Or no. Jeremiah.
Yeah,
'Cause Jerome's
that's the
dead.
big the big story arc that's going to happen in the final 3 episodes is having to do with him.
Jeremiah. All right.
And also, I don't know, I've read on different sources, and of course the internet, you never know how accurate it is. But for one, there's no guarantee that we're going to get more Gotham after this. This could be the end of it.
I have heard that.
That's sad.
But there's also one of the showrunners said in an interview that if there is a season 5, it's going to be a hard reboot of the series.
Which I think means that David Mazouz is out, and we're going to get an older Bruce Wayne / Batman. But I don't know. Would that mean that we would actually get a Batman? Because here's what I think. And I would like to know your opinion if you think that means that they're going to hard reboot means the villains are gone too. Because the villains are what's carrying the show.
Mm-hmm.
What the guy said is it's not that they're going to scrap everything that's happened. It's that they're going to take the existing characters in a very different direction, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So we're still going to have the same characters and the same people, but it's going to change drastically from what we've seen so far. I don't know what that means necessarily, but
It could mean that it could mean nothing.
or they're
Like-
just going to make it the Joker show, which would be
Yeah.
great.
That'd be fine. That'd be fine.
A Joker series?
Joker and the villains.
Yeah. Like Cameron Monaghan, Shameless. It's getting old. People are tired of watching Shameless. Just jump ship from there and full time.
Well, have y'all
Joker.
watched any of the Roseanne show?
I've watched the
Since
first
it's been
2
back
episodes.
I haven't watched any of it.
on? I cannot remember her name on Shameless. The redheaded girl.
Oh,
The young girl,
Well, she's older.
Debbie. Yeah.
She's
the worst.
She's on Roseanne.
Oh, really?
Darlene's daughter.
okay,
Yeah.
she's terrible on Shameless.
She's not. I don't think she's terrible as like the actress, but like
No,
her
no,
character.
she's a great actress.
Her character.
Yeah,
It's
terrible.
funny because when I started watching that one again from behind, some of my friends, at No Regrets Tattoo Shop, they would tell me because they'd all watch it and they'd tell me,
Oh, Debbie sucks.
yeah, she sucks. I was like, she's just a little girl. Like
Oh, yeah.
how does that you know?
Yeah,
But-
watch.
The characters really grow up on this show.
Yeah.
And she grows up to kind of she grows up to not be a very nice person at times.
No.
But they do live in like a that rough Chicago
Yeah.
neighborhood, so
Southside.
she does a great
Chicago.
job, I think, with her
Yeah, no,
character.
I-
I think
all the
everybody
act-
on that show
Oh,
is
yeah,
amazing.
absolutely.
Billis asked if our new sponsor was Cramblers.
Yes, absolutely. It's not completely solidified yet, but we are in talks with Cramblers about getting 2-for-1 coupons for the Cramblers sampler platter. Cramblers is a fictional restaurant that I created.
Well, I wish they had real money to spend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so back to Gotham. So yeah, like I say, I think a reboot would be David Mazouz. He's gone.
That sucks though, because he
It
does a good
suck.
job.
He is. I just think people maybe are tired of
Baby Batman.
Yeah, Baby Batman, and the fact that all the
And he's still like skinnier
Villains are
than
so much
my
older.
pinky.
Yeah.
Every
he
time
did get taller.
Every time he wears a black turtleneck, I'm just like, why are y'all making him look like a toothpick? Like he looks like a stick figure.
What'd you guys think about this? What'd you guys think about
the Mustang?
The Batmobile. Basically, the first Batmobile was a Mustang.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm a fan of Mustangs.
I do too. I like them. Yeah.
And, of course, we'll get people probably commenting like Chevys or Fords, but I like Ford Mustangs.
It's a slick-looking car.
Yeah, he got it in matte black.
Oh, gosh. Okay, so on this new episode, there is a moment where Alfred, when they go to get the knife back, and he's the guy calls the girl like a chippy or something like that.
Oh, yeah. That was pretty funny.
I got a kick out of that. That was funny.
You were kind of mad. You want Grundy to change up his look.
Okay, I'm not mad about it. I just thought it was funny that because he looks different, he wears different clothes. Like Butch doesn't wear like he's got this dumb hat like.
And does he stink?
Doesn't make any sense.
Does he stink to everyone else?
I'm sure he probably does. He looks like he stinks.
I mean, he's dead, so
yeah.
Why wouldn't?
Is he trying to cover up, like keep his smell contained, or like Cameo's doing with his stocking cap? Sorry.
Hey, it's me. Prove it. You're a dick.
I need to just shorten that down to "you're a dick" if you're gonna keep hitting that. But let's see. Let's wrap up Gotham a little bit. I was very. I don't know. I was disappointed. I wasn't like it didn't ruin the episode, but I wanted to see the Joker Jeremiah stuff.
Okay,
keep going
we didn't
down,
really get to talk about this yet. I don't think from the last one. But how did you feel about the reveal of the Joker?
Oh yeah. You're right, because when we did this podcast, it was like 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
So when he sent him the super Joker juice.
Yeah.
I was kind of that's what I expected to happen somehow, and so I thought it was cool. I think it's going to be interesting to see. Like I said, I don't think it's going to be any different now. I think it's just going to be his name was Jeremiah, but it's still Cameron Monaghan doing this awesome Joker.
Right. He just doesn't have the scars.
Yeah.
But it's weird because if you think about it, like it gives the Joker a backstory.
Yeah.
Which is not something that's ever really happened. Which
True.
I don't hate it. Like. I think his performance as the Joker is good enough for me to just whatever they do with it, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, with all the stuff that they said about you're gonna really love how our mind blowing way of turning the guy who becomes the Joker into the Joker.
But you knew it immediately as soon as they introduced his brother. You're like, well,
it wasn't mind blowing.
No.
But it kept my interest enough.
Yeah, for
that.
sure.
And I think a lot of that, again, is due to Cameron Monaghan just being so good at it.
Absolutely.
All right. I want to talk about some movies that are coming up. Well, one in particular, Deadpool 2.
Yes.
That comes out in May.
May 18th.
Yeah. I had heard before, that some of the screenings that they did, that the people that watched it weren't so psyched about it. But I haven't heard anything since then about that. And from the previews, I think it looks awesome.
Dude, I think it looks amazing.
You think there's going to be any letdown, though, from the first movie?
Probably so.
I mean, different director.
It's a sequel.
Yeah, and it's a sequel.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Deadpool formula is easy enough to replicate to me without it being... Because, like, all the comic book movies kind of have, like... I don't know. They're not so groundbreaking in that their stories are crazy different all the time.
It's relatively formulaic.
Yeah.
Especially the movie posters.
Yeah.
If you look at them, they're all... It's with Marvel, they're all the same.
But you have Ryan Reynolds, and he's the the X factor in all of this because his passion...
I see what you did there.
His passion for Deadpool, I think, is what is going to always make his characterization of Deadpool interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I like how he's using the character. I don't know if you've seen it, but the whole cancer deal. Like, if you donate to cancer, you'll get a pink Deadpool suit.
Oh,
so
that's cool.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
And, like he does like a lot of stuff on social media with Deadpool.
Right.
And no other movie has ever done that. So it's really cool how he's, actually really like breaking the fourth wall with this character.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So that's pretty dope.
Yeah, I feel like, I'm sure other people have said this, but this is the character that he was born to play.
Yeah.
He does such a fantastic job of it.
I'm looking forward to that one. I was looking forward to the Deadpool animated series. But if you didn't hear about this, it recently got canceled before it came out. Yeah.
Was that due to creative differences, or
there was
speculation? I don't know. I saw that he released an actual script.
He did. Donald Glover. See, here's what happened though. The studio kind of made it sound like he didn't have the time or whatever. So he put out a tweet saying, "Wasn't me that didn't have the time. I was ready," and he put out the script. However, if you look at the script, there's stuff in it that it's very Deadpool-esque in how it breaks that fourth wall, but it talks about the fact that the show got canceled. It talks about some different things that had happened very recently. So what I was reading about it was kind of like maybe he just wrote that just to be funny.
Right.
Yeah. It wasn't an actual script that was going to air. But I don't know what happened exactly. Man,
that sucks.
Yeah, it was something I wanted to see. Maybe it'll pop up somewhere on Netflix. That's kind of like the catch-all now. If something gets canceled, and maybe we'll see it on Netflix. Right. But again, Full House is on there.
Crackle.
Or Crackle,
Crackle.
So, Hey, Cameron, Cameo. God,
you haven't done that in so long.
I know. It's been so long. Cameo.
Jesus.
I was just so happy with what you did.
You were saying, hey, Cameron Monaghan did such a good job as the Joker. And also, by the way, Cameo.
Also, our friend Cameo, no relation, he did something that was awesome. You talked to Anders Holm.
Yes.
Workaholics.
Yes.
The movie Game Over Man on Netflix.
There's a lot of D in that movie.
Yeah.
A lot.
Never rub another man's rhubarb.
But you got to talk to him in an amazing interview, and we're going to play that one for you right now.
Durs, how are you doing, brother?
What is cracking?
Man, I just watched Game Over Man last night. What is going on through y'all's heads when y'all make something like this?
Just hilarity and calamity, man. That's what's bouncing around.
Because the shock value in this had me dying last night.
Good. Yeah, we wanted to make a movie that people will remember. Hopefully you won't forget this one, man.
No, I won't forget this one. And this is going to be a spoiler alert for those who haven't seen this. Turn this off for a second. And Bay, whenever he was forced to basically embarrass himself and just went face deep, oh, man. I lost it right there.
Yeah, we like to call that the grocery eating scene. Yeah, but just so you know, that was a fake. He didn't actually have to do what he did. It was all prosthetic. So that's a little movie magic. But yeah, that scene's out of control.
All right, man. Well, if it wasn't fake, then that's him. I mean, if he likes to do that, that's on him. But but thanks for clarifying
Get his shot.
But anyways, man, how have you been?
I'm good, man. Things are crazy. I got a movie and a TV show came out in March, so things have been good.
Sweet, man. And I'm very sad that Workaholics is over. Is there any chance that could be rebooted or into a movie?
I mean, you never say never. We like to joke that it'd be fun to come back in like 10, 15 years when our characters are like old and divorced, sad, and got to like shack up again together and get into some more adventures. But, as far as like carrying the torch, Game Over Man, it's got the same spirit, the same essence as the three of us just kicking it together, clowning. And if we don't do a Workaholics reboot, we'll just keep making movies together,
Well, that's great, man, because I love seeing y'all together, and y'all just have like this chemistry that seems I'm not sure of your past, but y'all look like y'all have known each other since y'all were little.
Yeah, well, Kyle, who directed a lot of the Workaholics episodes and Game Over Man, grew up with Blake. They've known each other since they were like 9 or 8 or something like that. They met Adam when they were 18, and then I met all those dudes when they were 21 and I was 23, and we've been mixing it up ever since. So I'm not going to tell you how old I am now, but math.
All right, man. Well, I want to get more into Game Over Man and Workaholics in a few, but you're also in a show on NBC, correct? Champions?
Yeah, Thursday nights after Will and Grace, Champions. It is officially the best show on television now, so tune in.
Awesome, man. And what can we expect in Champions?
So Champions is basically a laugh-out-loud comedy where two brothers, me and my buddy Andy Favreau, we own a gym together, we're living the bachelor life, and then a fling from my past in high school, played by Mindy Kaling, shows up with my 15-year-old son, played by J.J. Toda, and he's this flamboyant theater kid, and I don't know how to identify with him, and I kind of lean on my kooky coworkers at the gym to help raise this young man.
Awesome. You also got a movie coming out, Eggplant Emoji. What's that going to be about?
Yeah. So this is something that me and the guys, Adam, Blake, and Kyle, are producing. It was a script that somebody brought to us, and it's funny, our agents were like, we think you guys should produce this. And we're like, why? And then we read it, and it's about a group of high school kids that go camping. They're partying, they're getting drunk, and one of them's got a butterfly knife, and he's taking a leak, and he accidentally slices the business.
Oh, no.
And that kicks the movie off. The friends are like, oh, my God, we got to call 911. He gets airlifted back to help. They're like, okay, cool, like he's going to be fine. But what happens is the airlift, like EMTs, forgot the penis. So now the friends have to get themselves out of like the wilderness, track down their friend at the hospital, and get him his little weenus before the nub closes up. So it's like a high-stakes adventure with some high school kids. It's fun.
All right, that's kind of funny because I was kind of wondering, there was an emoji movie that came out, and then, the whole eggplant emoji, I thought maybe it's going to be like a sausage party meets the emojis. And I didn't know.
Well, I might have to write that. That sounds good. I'll give you story by.
Yes. I love that. Please do that. That'd be awesome. But, okay, let's get back.
This was a little bit different.
Right. Let's get back to Game Over, man. What was the thought process on coming up with this idea?
Well, we wanted to do, we always liked doing the more action adventure episodes of Workaholics, so we were like, let's do that. Let's up the platform a little bit and really try and do something crazy. And we all talked about action movies we like. We all like Die Hard. We're like, okay, cool. That's like a contained story. Wouldn't be too expensive to film, so we basically did our take of a Die Hard situation, but instead of terrorists taking over Nakatomi Plaza and Bruce Willis having to save the day, terrorists take over a downtown L.A. hotel, and it's up to the three maids that, aren't too bright to save the day.
Man, I just got to say also, there was several cameos in there. You had Donald Faison, you had Steve-O, and a whole bunch of other people. How did you get them to, like, hey, y'all want to be on our movie?
For a lot of them, as Blake's been saying, we had the Homie Pass. So we have people like Flying Lotus, Action Bronson, our buddy Daniel Stern from Home Alone and City Slickers, and he did an episode of Workaholics. He came up. We filmed in Canada, so most everybody you saw, they were friends of ours already. We said, hey man, we're trying to make this movie. We're trying to make it outlandish. So please join us. And then we were lucky enough to get people like Joel McHale, who we kind of knew, but not really. He was excited to do it. Fred Armisen didn't know anybody, but just happened to be in Canada that night. And I think we had the same agents. And she was like, hey, do you want to go do this? And he was like, yeah.
Sweet.
He came through and was super funny and, barely even had to do anything and, stole the whole thing.
Oh, that's amazing, man. That was pretty cool seeing all those people in there. And I also got to ask you, I don't know for a fact, but there was something going around where when, marijuana or some type of drug is being used in a film, what is actually being used? Because I'm always wondering what actually is that?
What I've usually smoked is this, it's like an over-the-counter thing called ecstasy. It's like a brand of, fake weed. It does not taste good at all. Instead of getting you high, it just gives you a headache. So I would steer clear from it and go for the real thing from Mother Nature.
Right? Okay, man. Well, do you have any social media that we can reach you at?
Yeah, man. If you guys want to chat, hit me up at Durs808 on Instagram and Twitter.
All right, cool. And there's a debate going around my studio right now. It's about pizza. What type of crust is your favorite?
I mean, like, here's what I'll tell you. I'm from Chicago.
Okay.
So I'm a Chicago-style pizza guy first, with the cornmeal crust. Like you can't beat that. But I live in L.A. now.
Mm-hmm.
You go to Koreatown. They have a crust there that has sweet potato cooked into the crust, and it's pretty crazy good.
Oh man, I gotta try that. That does sound pretty good. I love sweet potatoes.
Yeah, so it's like how they do with the cheese in the crust, but they put a sweet potato puree in there. And it's almost like you saved the best bite for last.
Ooh, that sounds so good. I got to try that. Now you made me hungry, man. It ain't even lunchtime yet. Well, hey, man, I'm not going to keep you long. But again, man, keep putting out all this work. I'm enjoying everything. Workaholics was one of my favorite shows. I say was because it's not on anymore. It is my favorite show. And keep bringing this magic, man. I can't wait for the eggplant emoji movie and whatever else you got going on after that. But, man, thank you for stopping by. Well, not stopping by, calling in. And just keep up the good work, bro. I appreciate it.
It won't stop. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me, man.
Anytime, brother.
All right. That was a great interview Cameo did with Anders Holm. Would you actually do those for your radio show on Wild? Tell everybody when that's on and how to listen, because you do a lot of great interviews.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, you can catch me Monday through Fridays, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Wild 104.9 on the radio. You can stream us online at wild1049hd.com. You can get us on your Alexa. Just enable it on your Alexa if you have one. So enable the Wild 104.9 skill, and then, hey, Alexa, play Wild 104.9. Bam, you got us on there. And
we've been putting up some of your interviews on YouTube. Where can they check that out?
My own YouTube channel. I had to make it up real quick. Just search for Cameo. I can't really remember what it is. I
don't know. If you type Cameo into YouTube, it's probably going to be a pretty vast.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll let you look at it, and we'll mention it again at the end of the show.
But hey, we're getting sponsored, right?
Yeah, we have a sponsor right now.
Oh, snap.
And
tell us about it.
Your interviews are actually brought to us by Cadell & Company.
Sweet.
They do home construction work. So, I kind of went over there and talked to them. I know Corey. I've known him for a long time, played basketball stuff, and known his family. And they were telling me that the home values are going up. This is the time of year that you want to start getting all your home improvement projects going. I know that, Cameo, you've been working on your house for a while. I've been working on mine for a while, too. And these are the guys that could really help get everything going. They've got a showroom down in Norman where they've got all these materials that you can check out at Cadell & Company. Oh, we got a little music to go along with it? Yeah. Nice. You can check out their wood flooring. They've got tile flooring, carpet, cabinets, countertops, and more. And here's the deal. Like I say, they're family-owned and operated. They don't have any salespeople in their showroom. It's just, the family working there.
Awesome.
But they'll get with you, and they'll help you find the best stuff that you need and walk you through the whole process in a comfortable, no pressure environment. Mm-hmm. And they do the install themselves. So,
sweet.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because you've been to my house. I've been trying to do all this stuff myself. And it looks like I did it myself. So you don't want your house to look like that. You want it to look like how it looks on TV.
Get the pros.
People watch it on the TV and they get all these ideas. Well, Cadell & Company can make that a reality in your home. Call them. They've got they're on Facebook at Cadell & Company. They've got a phone number, 405-928-5026. You can check out on their Facebook page the work that they've done on the Norman Fire Department. They've also done some work on the Jim Thorpe building. They were doing historical preservation and whatnot. So you can trust these guys, Cadell & Company. Plus, if you mention the Nerds to Men podcast, you get 10% off the materials like I was talking about in their showroom. So
that's a deal.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's amazing. They're friends of ours, and they wanted to give you guys the savings as well. Yeah. Let's talk about some of the comments on our Facebook Live show right now.
First of all, hi, Minnie.
Hi, Minnie. David Davis says, hi, guys. And Chip Goddard brings up something I wanted to mention. The Ash versus the Evil Dead show.
Yeah.
It has been canceled.
R.I.P.
Probably because of people like me who waited to watch it on Netflix. But
yep. It's all your fault, Brad. I watched the first episode when it aired a few Halloweens ago, probably 3. Was it 3 years? I guess it would be 3 years ago.
Yeah. What was it on? It was on
Stars?
Stars.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a consequence of a lot of people just cutting the cord and not watch, because you can get Stars like on Amazon and stuff, but
Right.
that was kind of one of those channels that we'll give you HBO and Stars, so you would get that. And now that I don't have it, I don't really watch Stars.
I feel like it's a popular. I don't know. From my perception, I'm not sure how popular the show is, but I feel like it's popular enough that there's a potentiality that it could cross over to some other platform. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or maybe some different iteration of that concept, because it's iconic. Ash is an iconic character. Like, Bruce Campbell was born to play that character.
Bruce Campbell, though, kind of seemed to say that he's not going to do it anymore.
Really?
Yeah, that's the end of it. But
yeah, I saw the photo on our Facebook page, Nerds to Men, that he said Ash has left the building. So,
yeah,
that is sad, because the Evil Dead movies, I loved them. I love him as Ash.
Yeah.
I love all the stuff he does, though. Did you ever see My Name is Bruce?
Yes.
I love that movie.
And the man,
you got to watch
the
that.
man with the screaming brain. Did you ever see that one?
Yeah. Bubba Hotep.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's such a weird movie, but it was
he's
fantastic.
Great. So, yeah, no more Ash versus the Evil Dead, and at least for now on Stars. We'll see.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Wait another 10 years.
Right.
Age of nostalgia.
Let's get to a segment that we recently changed the name of. I didn't like the one I originally came up with, but now I've got it down to where I like it. It's called Plugged In with Brad Reed.
Nice.
Yeah, and
I would play a song for you, but I didn't.
Yeah, we'll put together like a nice package for next time. But basically, what it's going to be is me talking about like new releases, local shows going on around here, or local things happening. And this week, I talked to Derek Sharp of No Regrets Tattoo, and he's got a show called Ink Master Angels that's about to debut on Paramount. Well, the show's been going on the Paramount Network, but his episode is coming up this Tuesday. It's another edition of Plugged In with Brad Reed. I am, of course, Brad Reed, and I'm joined by Derek Sharp, who's a tattoo artist at No Regrets Tattoo here in the Plaza District in Oklahoma City. He's been tattooing for over a decade, I guess.
Something like that, 12, 13 years.
If you had to put pen to paper.
Yeah, something like that.
And you've been here at No Regrets for about 10 years, right?
Yeah, 10 years.
You can see his room. It's decorated with all kinds of collectibles. You like to collect like comic book stuff or Star Wars, all of it?
I just like the stuff that kind of reminds me of like being a kid, the things I was into, Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. Mainly. Yeah, there's a lot of Ninja Turtles. There's Gremlins behind us, Alf. Yeah. And did that kind of, get you into art, or is that kind of stuff you grew up doodling?
I always grew up drawing like Ninja Turtles, Bart Simpson, Scooby-Doo, the basic things from the 80s.
Oh, yeah. Let me ask you this. Are rappers with face tattoos paying the bills nowadays for tattoo artists?
Not mine, I wish.
The little, what is it, the Little Pump and all those guys. Not Little Pump. We need to get Tyler in on this.
What is his name? Is it Little Pump?
Well, I don't know if he had, Little Peep had the face tattoos. Yeah.
I've actually done some Little Peep tattoos.
Have
Memorial. This guy's dedicated.
On the face?
On his hand. He's dedicated to the Little Peep. Loves them.
That's cool. Is there any tattoos, nothing against face tattoos, but are there any that you just won't, you wouldn't want to do?
I mean, I try not to tattoo someone's face if they're like a 18-year-old kid or a hand, I mean, the private parts are pretty much
no-goes?
Where I draw the limit, man or lady.
Okay, all right. I got to say, we're all proud of you around here because you were featured in an episode of Ink Master Angels. Is that correct?
Yes.
And that's on the Paramount Network. And your episode actually comes on this Tuesday, coming up April 24th. Was it an honor for you to be picked to be on the show amongst the other artists?
Definitely. I felt like, out of everybody in the state, to be narrowed down and picked out of the three, I feel like it's a pretty big honor.
Was there like an audition process? Did you have to send in your work? How did that go?
They messaged me on Instagram, and then I had to do like a casting interview.
A couch?
Casting couch, yes.
No, did you? Did you? Where is there some dirt here?
We'll find out 10 years from now when I get it big.
When you write your book,
the scandal will come out.
Yeah. Is everyone asking you what happened on the show?
Oh yes, but I'm not allowed to talk about it. I'm supposed to say, tune in Tuesday to find out what happened.
And there's a really good way to tune in this Tuesday because there's a watch party down here in the Plaza District. There's a restaurant, a couple of buildings down from No Regrets. It's called The Press, and they're having a big watch party for you Tuesday night. What time does that kick off?
7:30. The show starts at 8. The thing kicks off 7:30.
And, you know, are you going Hollywood now on us? Are you getting an agent, anything like that?
I'm going free agent, but I am thinking about making a move to California and kind of just kicking it around and seeing, if I got what it takes.
Maybe get on a YouTube series or
right.
Make it big.
The reality thing, Now I'm trying to get some scripted work.
Oh yeah. Well, are you taking acting classes and stuff now so that you can get your big break?
No, I'm just going natural. I feel like I just got the natural talent.
Yeah. There's a whole lot of people that live on Skid Row in California that thought that when they went out there, I think.
Yeah, but I already have the foot in the door.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. Your dream's, somewhat kicking off here.
I might have an IMDb. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
I think you have to create it yourself, so
I'm going to do that tonight.
Right on. Let me ask you this, because you're a tattoo expert. Where's the sexiest place on the body to get a tattoo?
It's a man's lower back, of course. It's got to be the sexiest tattoo you can go with. A little tramp stamp on the man back.
All right. I love it. I love your expert opinion on that. Tell everybody how they can follow you on social media.
I have the Instagram and the Twitter, both Derek No Regrets, or you can stop by the shop, give me a shout.
And that's a good way to also come in and make an appointment if they want to get tattooed by you. Because, after the show, everyone's going to want a tattoo. Definitely. It's the Ink Master bump, I guess, right?
Hope so.
Yeah. Is there like a phone number to call or anything like that if they want to get an appointment? Or what's the best way? Just come by the shop?
Come by the shop or message me Instagram.
Right.
I have my number on my card, but I'm trying to kind of wean that.
Yeah, I can see that. Because now, you're going to blow up. It's going to be huge.
I don't want to have my phone out there, so just any crazy old random stalker could cut me down.
Well, everybody that has your card now, they're going to be selling your number. You know that, right? I don't know if you're quite prepared for the fame that's coming.
Probably the scandal of all the dick pics I've had in the past.
Yeah.
They're all going to surface.
Those are definitely going to come back to bite you. All right. Well, thank you, Derek, for coming on and letting us do this interview. And
thank you.
Tuesday night on the Paramount Network at 8 o'clock, it's the Ink Master Angels featuring my homeboy, Derek Sharp. This has been Plugged In with Brad Reed.
I didn't know if I was supposed to say anything.
You're not. It's just gonna fade out.
Back in the biddies is the name of the episode.
Back again.
We have our very own Uncle Jesse on the show right now. Jesse Kinsopoulos, everybody.
Me?
Yes.
Why am I Uncle
during
Jesse?
during the video that we just watched,
Yeah.
Brad was just patting himself on the back, talking about how
on the head, really.
Well, basically,
Look how great
good
my hair looks.
It did look good.
And he was like, "Ooh, and my beard too. Ooh, is that a dimple? Like what?"
You know what? Most of the time when I see myself on film or on in a picture, I'm like, ugh, I look terrible. So I'm gonna take the one day that I'm like,
all right.
I
Anybody
look
that
good.
contributes to our non-existent
real
Patreon
good.
account is going to contribute towards getting some glamour shots.
What is a Patreon account anyway? I thought that was like a,
It's basically the same
liquor.
Patreon. No, that's Patron you're thinking of.
Ah, gotcha.
Patreon, it's similar to like a Kickstarter, but it's a monthly thing. So you get money. You have people that pay you every month.
Oh well,
A lot of
we need that.
A lot of the time, it seems like girls that like to show their naked bodies use them.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But
That's where I've seen it.
yeah.
What do bands use it or?
Yeah. I've seen there's the sketch comedy group Auntie Donna that I follow.
Yeah.
They use it, and you give exclusive content basically. And last podcast on the left, I don't want to throw out other podcasts.
Hey,
but
do it. We're all community.
Last Podcast on the Left is a fantastic podcast if you haven't heard it. They have a Patreon, and they'll give like exclusive content that you can't see anywhere else. So it's kind of cool, I guess.
All right, Mr. TMZ over here.
Yay, yay.
He has a segment we call Cam's Jams.
That's right. It's whatever I'm jamming on.
Yeah.
Whether it be music, whether it be Netflix, whether it be your mama.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You ain't jamming on my mama.
You ain't know.
My mom's jam. Oh, gross.
Whoa, language. Oh, that was great. That was great. No, but a lot of good stuff is coming out this summer. Kanye West is working with some people.
Finally.
Yeah, finally. And one of them is one of my favorite rappers, Kid Cudi.
I like Kid Cudi.
Yeah, so they're going to do a collabo album called Kids See Ghost, and I'm pretty excited about that. I don't know what's going to happen on it.
It's a full album that they're doing together?
Yep,
That's
it's
cool.
like what's the Jay-Z and Kanye West album, Off the Throne? Or
I was singing Jay-Z in Linkin Park.
that was a while back.
Yeah.
That's
something
throwback.
about the throne. I remember. Yeah.
And he's also working with Teyana Taylor, who is who I did one of my very first celebrity interviews.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty dope. But yeah, what came out on Friday on 420 was none other than Cold World, J. Cole's new album.
Oh yeah, J. Cole.
K.O.D. Oh man, he said on Twitter there's 3 different
K.O.D.
meanings.
That was the name of a strange music. Tech 9 album.
Oh, Tech 9.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
He had an album called K.O.D.
Speaking of Tech 9, he's coming.
Yeah.
May 17th.
You got us tickets?
Sure do.
I'm down.
But yes, he said there's 3 meanings to KOD: kids on drugs, king overdose, and I forgot the third one.
Knights of Darkness.
No, hold on. Oh, kill our demons.
Kings of Death.
Kill our demons.
Yes. So, but I'm
Kung Fu on Demand.
or kind of dank.
I like Kind of Dank.
That would go along with the 420 theme.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or
You know,
kind of dope.
The
Yeah.
the
yeah,
weed
yeah.
in the Paseo's dank. I heard.
Kids
There's-
are
Oh, really?
There's a Paseo song that I heard once.
Should
Go
pull
ahead.
that up? Should we play that at the end of this episode?
I don't think so.
For 420?
No, but I'm.
No. You don't want everybody to hear you rapping?
I mean, I'm
I'm gonna
proud.
pull it up. I'm pulling it up.
No.
I'm not going to play it on this, but I'm going to play it for Cameo.
Yeah, do that. It's on the dark web if you
It is on
really
the
want to
dark
hear
web.
it.
Yeah, it's
if you're
it's
if you want to look up the Dabstronauts,
the
Paseo.
Knots have landed.
The Paseo is the
I
name
do a
of
little
the
Wayne
song.
voice. I mean, it's not terrible.
It's terrible.
It's
the song is
terrible.
bad. No, it's a fun song.
It was
That's
a good time.
fine.
It's just not appropriate for here.
It was more fun to, I think, create than it is to listen to.
Yeah.
perhaps.
So that
Regardless.
album is out, available right now
Yes, sir.
everywhere you can buy
Mhm,
albums.
mhm.
I'm sure.
Yep. Working for the radio station, I got it for free, so that was pretty dope.
Nice.
Yeah.
Any other drama? Anything going down?
You know the whole issue with Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
You heard about that?
No, you tell me.
Well, it's looking like Khloe Kardashian was cheated on while she was pregnant with Tristan Thompson's baby.
That's terrible.
Mm-hmm. And she is not so happy about that. But
That's understandably understandably.
but yeah. So I mean, that's not really anything big, but you know,
So Tristan cheated on Chloe, is what you're
like
saying?
several times,
Ah.
several different times,
I see.
All these
and like it
people.
all started to come out like the week before
While she was
about to-
pregnant.
While she was pregnant,
That's terrible.
all
Yeah.
these people
yeah.
and their
And there's like video of it. It's not just like he
Oh.
said, she said.
Oh.
There's video of it.
You can't get away with nothing if you're a celebrity nowadays.
Man, oh Jesus. Oh, speaking of that motion, Rampage.
Yeah.
I saw Rampage.
Yeah, was it
and,
good?
Was it good?
It was pretty decent. It was kind of nostalgic just because, you know, Rampage the game.
Oh yeah,
But
I remember playing that on NES. We would like pause it and leave the system on because you couldn't save back then.
Right, yeah. But George, who's the ape, made that little joke in the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was pretty funny. But yeah.
Christine Williams
course
says you
it's
better
got the-
watch it.
I think because I said something about somebody's mama. She might get jealous. She knows I love mamas.
Okay. Anything else for Cam's Jams?
No, that's it, man.
I love it.
I'm just trying to hear the rest of this album, this KOD album.
Hey, I got to mention a couple of albums that came out that I meant to mention earlier during the Plugged In.
Mm-hmm.
This is the unofficial Cam's Jams theme for the moment.
Oh, I like it.
made
There's
the
a new
beat.
Perfect Circle record out.
If you guys need beats,
Eat the Elephant, is that what it's called, Gog?
yeah.
Eat the Elephant?
Yeah.
It's a really good record. But Gog was playing me some of the music I hadn't heard yet, and some of it's like
It's weird. It's different.
Different,
So
yeah.
good though. Because they've released a few tracks ahead of the album. One of them, I think they released last week. It's called "So Long and Thanks for All the Fish," which, if you guys are familiar with The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, it's a reference to that. It's a very different song than anything they've ever put out. But
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really. It's a cool song.
another record, if you're into punk rock, if Chip Goddard's still tuning in, he's definitely not going to want to get this. But Pennywise, they put out a new record.
Yeah.
I've listened to a little bit of it. I love it. It's typical. I mean, it's Pennywise.
Right.
You know,
Punk.
yeah, it's punk rock, and I dig it. So
That's cool.
Those are a couple new things that came out that struck my interest this week.
Yeah.
And, you know, Cam's Jams, got to mention it. It's brought to you by Cadell and Company. They, like I say, they are fourth generation builders, okay? They've been doing commercial construction for 20 years, and now they're going to do home renovations. Is this our official Cadell and Company? I
Yep.
like
Sure.
it. It goes along good. But, you know, they're my trusted friends, and that's the big thing, is it's trying to find people that come and you're spending good money on home repairs, and you got a guy that comes in and maybe does it and takes off before it's even done or it's not done right. Cadell and Company aren't going to do that to you.
That's good.
They're a family-owned and operated business. They're out of Norman. They've got a showroom that you can go visit down there in Norman. Check out their Facebook page, and you can get directions. It's at Cadell and Company. But you can check out pictures from their showroom of all their materials. They've got the wood floor, the tile floor, carpets, cabinets, and countertops. So all these projects you see on TV that you want to see in your own home, Cadell and Company can make that a reality.
Well,
Give
it's
them a
nice
call.
to have somebody you can trust doing those kind of things, because
Exactly.
often people are going to out there and take advantage of you.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm all the time asking people, hey, do you know somebody who can do this? And finally, you know, my friends, like I said, they've been doing the construction. Now they're doing the home stuff, the residential. And so I can definitely tell you, I trust Cadell and Company. Give them a call, 405-928-5026. Again, that's 405-928-5026. Now, let's talk about this real quick. Avengers coming up this week.
Yes.
I'm going to go see it at the Winchester Drive-In. And Gog,
Really?
you were saying earlier, you were asking if you needed to see Black Panther before you saw Avengers. I don't think you necessarily need to. It'd be good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But, and they're showing it out of order, but they are showing Avengers and Black Panther at the Winchester
Oh,
Drive-In.
that's cool.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, because I haven't even, man, the last few weeks I've been doing term papers and stuff, and I haven't even been able to even think about tickets or anything. They might be sold out, because this one's been selling even more than Black Panther had originally sold ahead of time. Have you heard anything about this?
Yeah. They've actually outsold Black Panther and every other Marvel movie that had pre-sale tickets. So, I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, pre-sale tickets, that's nuts.
This one's huge. But this is what we've all been
For
waiting
10 years.
It's not. This is
10
this is
years.
beyond a movie event. This is
Yeah.
like an actual, to a degree, a historic event. That's happening.
Sure, you're
Yes.
right.
It's something that's been in the making for a decade.
Yeah.
You know, it's spanned across multiple films, and it's like the culmination of that. And there was an interview with the directors, and they're saying, like, this movie is going to be a story start to finish. They're not doing two movies, cutting it in half.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is a conclusive story. And then the next movie is going to be a separate story.
Oh, okay.
And then after that, like that, basically the next one scraps everything from that we've seen so far, and it's brand new.
Because
after
I
that.
honestly expected that this one wouldn't conclude, like, you know, that
Yeah.
they would be a continuation.
No,
Yeah,
the,
yeah,
The
yeah.
director said they hate the idea of doing a two-parter. they want to have this experience be a start to finish event, essentially.
What I heard is that this movie is going to set the tone for a lot of drama. So there's somebody going to die right off the bat in the movie.
Man,
get ready to cry, everybody.
Yes. Who do you think it'll be?
It's hard. I don't think
Captain America.
Nah, he ain't going to. Well, he's not going to die right off the bat.
I think it might be somebody like that, though, that, like, they kill him right off the bat because Captain America would be so... I mean, that would make the hugest ripple. You remember, this is way different, but you remember Scream?
Mm-hmm.
And how Drew Barrymore got killed right off the bat, and you were like, what the heck?
Or the original Friday the 13th, where Kevin Bacon dies pretty quick.
Or Psycho, where, the star of that movie gets killed within the first 30 minutes of the
Or
movie.
Last Man on Earth, where every cameo appearance.
Yeah, that's pretty
John
good.
Hamm. Boom!
So it could be somebody big like that.
Was it
Jack Black, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that they do that. It's so funny.
That is funny. That's a funny show.
I love
But
it.
that I think it could be somebody big if it's somebody who really isn't going to be back after,
No, I mean,
because contracts are up.
yeah. I don't think Captain America is going to die like within the first 30
probably not.
minutes. But there's a lot of people saying that it's going to be Loki.
Okay.
Loki
I
would
can see
make
that.
sense. I
Yeah.
could see that too.
Yeah.
Although I
That
don't want to see
sucks.
Loki die. Yeah.
I love Tom Hiddleston, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I loved in Ragnarok when they had, what was it, Matt Damon?
Oh, yeah. Matt Damon as Loki. That was funny.
I would have been cool with Chris Hemsworth as Thor dying, except for I loved Ragnarok so much.
right. Maybe if we had another like Dark World or the first Thor movie.
Well, they
it'd
can
be
always
like,
go back, though. You know what I mean? Like, they
Yeah.
can go back in the timeline and still have a movie, even if they die
Yeah.
in this one.
I just don't want it to be Hawkeye because I want a true Old Man Logan
Have you
at
seen
some point.
Have you seen the posters they're putting out? Because everyone's like, "Where's Hawkeye?" And they made a poster where it's all him.
Yeah, the Russo brothers did that.
Yeah.
So are they directing this one too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I thought so, but
Yeah.
because they were the ones who directed, Civil War and a lot of great
Mhm.
movies. So I'm excited about Avengers. So I'm going to go see it at Winchester. I don't know if
What
you
day?
guys. I don't know. Friday.
I got
Okay.
school this week. I don't know how to get my life together.
I know the feeling.
Outside of
I know
school.
the feeling.
But yeah, I'm gonna go see it as soon as possible for
Yeah.
sure.
I know me and my lady, we're going to go see it Thursday night at 7 p.m.
Oh, you're going to go like Penn Square or something?
Yeah. Actually, Quell. We're going to. I've never been to the Dolby Theater,
Uh-huh.
so I'm going to go in there and see what that's like.
Nice.
So I got tickets for that.
Is it
theater.
3D or is it just?
I hope not.
I hope
hope
I'm with
not.
you.
I
That's
hope
the
not. I
bad thing
can't
about
remember.
seeing IMAX with
Yeah.
these movies is
It's
if you want to see an
required
IMAX,
3D
it has
viewing.
to be 3D most of the time.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple, but usually I have to go see it in 3D.
But
Where's
I think we're also going to go see it at the Winchester. I don't know
Is
when.
the Warren the one that serves booze, drinks?
Yeah.
Because I remember our experience in Dallas at the Draft House.
That was great.
That was the most fun.
And
man.
you could have a movie because I went back to watch that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie and it was okay, but it was a lot better at that theater.
I
Yeah.
loved it. I think it was just solely the experience that we had.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
That weekend was so much fun.
That was a
Yeah,
lot
we
of
got to
fun.
do another Nurse
Dude, we
Dementia.
missed out because it was Jeff Goldblum was there. This
Ben
last
Affleck.
one.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck.
Jason Momoa.
Yeah,
Man.
Jeff Goldblum though. That would have been the best.
We missed.
Yeah.
We got Rob Schneider. We got Robington Schneider.
Yeah, and Chewbacca mom
Yeah.
and
And Princess Joffrey.
and Kevin Smith who didn't show up till like
Till the day we left.
the night. He didn't even show up for
Yeah.
the day.
Yeah, he showed up that evening.
That's
and
all right. He
We
had
got
a
to
heart
look
attack
at
recently.
Stan Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah, we looked at
We
him.
got to be like, hey, there he is. I don't want to pay $100.
Yeah, we were. The funny thing is, we were trying to like talk ourselves into it at one point.
Yeah.
Like, man, this is
Let's all
his
pitch in.
last con. Let's all pitch in. And then we just like, man,
I got Photoshop.
we saw him. It's cool.
That's right, because we were planning on, and we still should, getting everybody's pictures that they posted on Facebook. Because if I got a picture with Stanley, I'm gonna go post it on Facebook.
That's what I
Yeah.
did on the way back, on the drive back. I stole people's pictures.
That's
that they
right.
posted and put my face on it.
Yeah, that's right.
With
Yeah,
the face swap app.
So that's what we need to do. Is no paying
Easy
$100
peasy.
for a Stanley picture.
Yeah, we don't
Right.
need that.
All right, it's about time to wrap the show up. GOG and Cameo, tell me about some of the stuff you got coming up, this week or some of your shows?
I would like to. This is the first official announcement of this, but I am starting production on the very first solo Gogger Time record.
Oh, really?
Yes, and I mean it's a culmination of ideas that I've had for at least a decade. That like songs that never fit with the bands that I played with over time. But yeah, I have some concepts and everything, so I'm starting.
Well, Blum can be on there.
No, well, okay. This is separate. This is a separate venture than my comedy music.
Oh, okay.
So this is an actual like.
I got you.
Music.
Yeah, it's
Well, I mean, I
it's
guess-
my feels. You know
Okay.
what I mean? Like it's me putting my soul into an idea and a concept. Not I want to eventually record all of my comedy songs and do that as a separate idea. But yeah, my ultimate goal with this is to get basically a 30-minute set together that I can do live and have a projection screen and do like a visualization that goes along with the entire set and make it just a really groovy, kind of upbeat, dancey, fun show.
Nice. I like it.
I'm stoked about that. I've started working on some ideas, and I'm looking forward to releasing some stuff and letting you guys check it out.
Cameo, you got any shows or big news that you want to announce, or you got any podcasts, interviews, anything like that? We got an interview we're going to feature next week.
Dion Cole.
Dion Cole from Blackish.
Yeah.
Did you watch Blackish this week?
Man, I don't even want to talk about it.
It hurt my heart.
Dude, tell me about it.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I mean, it was a very good episode, but that is not the feel of that show that I want, even though they get serious at times.
Yeah.
Ooh, that hurt my heart. All right, go ahead.
But yes, I got
And he's
man, there was really hardly any comedy relief in that last episode, but Dion Cole was the comedy relief.
Yeah, he's always got like the his humor is kind of dark. Like
Yeah.
he says things. It's so funny on that show. But some of the humor on that is kind of it's if you never watch Blackish, some of it's grown up.
Yeah.
I've said it before. I think it's almost a little naughty.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about it. Grown
And
ups
see,
can
and
appreciate it.
I was talking to my girlfriend about this. Like, for them to go like a really, really serious route, it's like, no, like this is the modern day Huxtables.
Yeah.
Like, you can't, like, no. Like, it hurts my heart.
Yeah, because it was so real. Like, I was looking at my wife like, you're like her, and you act like you hate me. No, but I mean, they were having some real tensions and stuff on the show.
Yeah,
and they played it like very realistically. It was good.
Yeah.
But the show's usually pretty lighthearted. I mean, they do tackle a lot of instances in which they're grown up instances, and in fact, Dion Cole's on Grownish too.
Yeah.
Which is very grown up. I mean, the daughter, she goes to college, and it shows, her losing her. Well, it doesn't show it. She loses her virginity. She does drugs. I mean, so.
Yeah, just everything that like a college kid experiences.
Yeah, I mean, it's
college.
not crazy. She's not going. She's not, putting,
right,
banging the black tar, but but it deals with some serious grown up issues.
Yeah.
And Blackish sometimes does.
You know what's weird to me is like the place that I work at, where I make my money, unfortunately, for the time being, I work with a lot of younger people, and these are people that are just now getting into their formative years. And I look at it, and I'm just like, you guys have no idea.
Yeah.
Like, no clue what's going on. It's kind of adorable to a degree, but it's also kind of annoying to a degree.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, when I've like dealt with like kids like that, it's just like, y'all, like you said, you have no idea.
Yeah.
Like, chill for a second.
I worked an event a few nights ago, like a catering event with this young man. He's 20 years old, and he's like, if I make $200 tonight, I'm going to go out and buy a Gucci belt. I'm just like,
if I make $200, I'm going to pay a bill.
Right?
I immediately don't like you for saying that.
I gotta go buy fruit snacks for my daughter with this $200.
You got to buy a Gucci belt. Good for you.
Here's what all the little kids sound like to me.
Whoa, language.
Yeah.
This handsome honka.
That's Gog. So anyway, yeah. Well, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Avengers. We'll talk about that.
Assemble.
We also need to mention Comic Book Day.
Yeah, free comic book day, May 5th.
Not this week. Next week.
Yeah.
So next weekend.
Yeah.
So a week from this Saturday.
Okay.
Whoa. And we'll be back next Sunday. We're going to try to do this every week.
Yeah.
So we'll be back next Sunday. We'll talk about what's been happening with Gotham.
Oh. And Westworld starts tonight.
Yes, Westworld starts tonight. The Jest World podcast. That's my podcast. We're going to go live as soon as that is over. So
sweet.
Look us up. All right? Have a great week.